I've had this horrible depersonalisation go on in my life for almost 2 years. I often find myself making simple human interactions, but it is as if I'm playing a role-playing game, such as Oblivion. I can see what's going on. I'm slightly into it. But I can pause the game and focus on my real life. In this case, my life is the game, and my old self can be reached by pausing the game. But how? I often think of things that humans do, things I have done my whole life. I feel like an organic sack of meat with no self-worth, as I'm starting to view everyone as this. Everything I have ever done makes no sense. How did things get this way? How am I wearing this shirt? And who decided that humans shall wear shirts like this? Are we all just advanced animals with possession? Or is there more? More that I can't see. I can't connect. I view everything as I would if I was playing Oblivion, pointless and full of nothing, out of reality. I'm moving out of my house. My last holidays were already lived. But where was I? As my family group hugs and celebrates, I am stuck in this void of nothing, feeling completely no emotion, feeling nothing. I feel dirty, like there is dirt inside my head, my mind. I'm always dizzy and confused. I feel no self-worth. I'm intelligent, but I feel the opposite. I say things I don't mean. The last holiday in my house, the house I grew up in, the house I once contributed to, the house I once felt at home in, is past. As I hug my family, I look into their faces. I see nothing. It is like I'm looking at a video game, but less. I feel less than mentally damaged. It is like I have severe brain damage. I'm stuck in the depths of my mind, where I have to constantly battle my demons. Am I here, or am I fake? I feel myself slipping away. I hear screams faintly, but I constantly battle away from it. What if I let go? Where would I be? Would I ever come back to reality? I try to remember where I originated from, but I can't. I barely remember my childhood. I often fear being 80 years old, alone and having faint memories of my parents, everything I missed out on. I think about my father, what a good man he is, how I treat him like dirt because I have this condition and I can't take it. I might spiral out of control and lose myself in the void. I can't let it all go. All of these regrets I predict for my future self, all of these thoughts of remorse. I got this when I was in my stage of discovery. Now I look in the mirror and I see this sickly, tired, useless and stupid man in the mirror. He is a complete disgrace. He doesn't even deserve to live. I remember when I was 15, I would wander alone at 2 a.m. Everything was so generic. Nowhere felt like home. I saw things that were not there, a different reality. I felt eerie and alone. I died during those nights. I felt like a criminal. But where was my record? I can't talk without flinching now. I used to be this healthy, blonde-haired boy with blue eyes, and in a few years I have darker hair and darker eyes, half the body weight. Where did I leave off? I try to sleep. I try to clear my head. But the pressure won't go away. The pain and depression won't leave. Being me is this horrible disease that I was given. I think of this as I succumb to sleep. But I see a large intensity of black, yellow, white fuzz. It makes my mind fizzle, and I can barely keep in the bounds of reality. It is as if the ringing in my ears and the fuzz in my vision is simply all the demons in my head mocking me. I fall asleep, but I wake up quickly to bloody screams. Is any of this here? Am I brain damaged? No. Then why am I like this? I have these thoughts all in my head. I search for someone to relate to me. Everyone looks down upon me. No one can relate. As I try to read, suddenly my eyes look right through the words. When I look up, I see blue dots near the centre of my vision. When I feel slightly calm, it gets hard to breathe, and I see bright dots in my vision. Nothing I do is enjoyable. I'm blank. I have no opinion. I have no emotion. I have nothing. Can you relate? Forum post regarding visual snow, dated April 22nd, 2011. At first, I always felt disconnected and not there. My reading also became difficult because it's as if I look through words. It's weird, like I can't see them the right way. That got less, and I read way above average, so I'm okay. With visual snow, I think deeper. I'm a smart person, and anxiety makes you dumb in my opinion, not visual snow. It hasn't affected my intelligence at all. I've not been able to spell the same way. I used to be a spelling bee champion. Now, it is just average. Forum post from May the 14th, 2011. Palinopsia is the least of my worries. I took Topamax before and it just made me insane. I broke my table for no reason, seriously. Lol. I never really cared about after images since I developed them at age 9 and they got intense. Forum post from March the 12th, 2011. I always feel as if I'm not there, completely depersonalised. Mentally, I experience fog, lack of comprehension at sometimes, feel like my life is a movie, depersonalisation, depression, no interest in activity, constant thought of suicide, crazy thoughts, delusions of grandeur, anxiety, poor self-image, poor social skills, no emotion, in capital letters. I feel like nothing has a point to it. When I get home, I am mean to my family. This started when visual snow did. I felt no emotion, and along with the depersonalisation, I can say and do whatever I want with little remorse. Everyone hates me pretty much. I'm an arsehole. Forum post from December the 20th, 2011. I've had this for over 2 years, and I've had it bad in every single way. Not one night have I slept normal since, and I feel like I'm trapped here. I've been able to block it out for a while now, but I realise what is wrong, and it suddenly becomes unbelievable. I am desensitised in every way now. People say these are supposed to be the years I enjoy and cherish. Well, I can't say I will cherish these days. Forum post from September the 23rd, 2010. I can't remember anything recent, or anything from childhood. I used to be able to remember everything from my childhood, and everything every day for a month before me. Now, I'm just a blank soul, living in the now. What hurts the most is knowing that every time I try to remember things from the past, I can't. And my mind is so hung up with visual snow. All the migraine, visual snow effects mentally, the buzzing in my ear, that I can't even focus on that. I got it in September the 21st of last year, and ever since then I've been depressed. I can't remember anything at all. I always have this horrible pressure in my head. My mind is never not on visual snow. And I always wonder what a normal person would be doing while I sit here and suffer. The whole thing has made me crazy. I feel like my life is pointless because people can think about times with parents, childhood memories and be happy. I won't be able to. Forum post from January the 15th, 2011. I've had visual snow since September the 21st of 2009. Since then, I have changed, mainly from the anxiety and sense of derealisation and hopelessness. Today, I felt a deep heartbeat in my head, one that felt through my eyes and all over my head. I get this a lot, but never think about it. At times when I lay down and then get up for something, I get this feeling in my head that is weird, and then I see bright light, this sort of bright white version of visual snow. I also feel the beat. My theory is that visual snow seems to be migraine related, but in reality it's just a weird thing that occurs for some people where the arteries and blood vessels in one's head are inflamed for a large amount of time. I'm sure no MRI would pick up slight inflammation from the veins, arteries that pump through our heads. I always have this weird feeling in my head, and to me it feels like something inflamed in my head. We need to try to figure out a way to stop the inflammation. I think that anxiety causes visual snow. Why do you think migraine pills don't work for visual snow? Obviously because we don't have inflamed parts of our brain. We have inflamed blood vessels, veins, whatever you want to call them. Forum post from January the 17th, 2011. I'm going to talk to a good neurologist about this, one that is very open-minded. I think this really is the cause. And to the user rainy days, yes, when I exert myself I get the pulse vision too. In other topics, people have said they felt weird feeling their jaw, chest, with no explanation. Well, it might be the arteries being inflamed. It could hurt very bad. This seriously could be an issue that is undiagnosed. Forum post from April the 21st, 2011. Visual snow is caused by toxins in our body. These toxins range from yeast overgrowth all the way to fungus. Check out the link for Candida. It has almost every visual snow symptom except the term visual snow. It says migraines, which are the same thing as visual snow in my experience, they go hand in hand. Tell me how every test known to man can not show what's wrong with us. We just see stuff. The truth is, there is no test for our toxins. We just need to rid ourselves of them. Visual snow can also be caused by chemical changes. I experienced visual snow for the first time when I was waking up. It went away for 2 weeks, then when I went back to drinking coffee and going on the PC all day, it came back. I believe I caused my visual snow by too much toxins from the sweetener I used, and also too much caffeine chemicals. I also lived in a mouldy house. When something is happening in your brain that shouldn't, chemicals are being released that shouldn't. These chemicals are released because we have toxins that our body doesn't want. It's going haywire. If there is no cause of our body releasing chemicals, like a simple condition, then this is obviously the answer. This detox diet has been used to cure many diseases and reduce the effects of cancer and diabetes greatly. My friend went from 8 shots to 1 shot of insulin. He stopped, but he could have continued it even more. How to do this diet? knowthecause.com. Don't go to the doctor for a detox, they rip you off. We are lucky as people with visual snow. I have had the ALT test done. My neurotransmitters are fine. My brain is healthy. It's just toxins. Here's a video that really explains the reality. Foot fungus and visual snow are both caused by toxins, fungus and yeast. I've been tested for everything. I went to the doctor and he said that everything I had was migraines, which is basically your brain reacting to some type of chemical change, thus it acts haywire. What causes these migraines? Toxins. I have some amazing sources. I know people who have experimented with this as much as possible. This is the cure. Forum post from April the 22nd, 2011. This book contains the phase 1 and 2 diets. Yeast and fungus are fed by sugar and starch. By not eating these things, your body will kill off all the things that your body doesn't need. As a matter of fact, by the first week you will start getting sick with a fever. This is proof that the diet is kicking in. You will feel better within a couple of weeks. What is to lose? Who do you know that this diet has worked for? My friend's uncle, the one who introduced this to me. He had tumours on his stomach or lungs, I can't remember, but he took the diet for 2 years and they went away. He's an ex-army ranger and Green Beret with knowledge in the detox diet. Forum post from April the 24th, 2011. I actually saw the Northern Lights thing before I had visual snow. I'm thinking that visual snow really is just in our blood and it's how we are. I don't mind it anymore. It is actually a gift to see something no one else can. Forum post from May the 1st, 2011 in relation again to visual snow. Don't ever give up. These pills cause bad outbursts because your visual snow is related to chemical imbalances. Pills imbalance your brain. Don't make something that's already imbalanced more imbalanced. Forum post April the 30th, 2011 in response to the title The Benefit of Our Disease. He replies, I've become very deep and determined on goals. It made me smarter. Forum post April the 22nd, 2011 in response to his plans to go on some kind of extreme diet. The reason I say this is also because my doctor put me on every medication and it made me crazy and made my visual snow not even improved. I care about everyone here. I wouldn't tell you something unless I knew it was for sure.